Good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday, April 29th, 2025. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Greatly appreciate it. So today is card 2 in my weekly card class, and we are using the Sunrise Sailing bundle today. Yeah, I'm going to use the bundle today because I'm going to use the die cut and the embossing folder. I'm just going to move my trash bin. I put it where it shouldn't have gone. So, okay. So let's get started. It's nothing like getting started and get this morning going and see. So what I did is I made up this board. I do crops, and I like to showcase different items. So this is what I do. These are the frames that we had them on sale for like, I think $15, whatever. So I bought a bunch of them. And all I do is just put a black piece of cardstock in there, cheap stuff. And I don't use ours. I use really cheap stuff, and I just die cut out the pieces. And if there's a embossing folder, it'll go with it, along with an image of the stamp set. And then I, the name, the product number, the price, and I also state that you do receive rewards, so you can receive 10%. But starting May 2nd and 3rd, you'll get double the stamping rewards if you place an order. Unfortunately, our catalog does not go live until the 6th, but that's okay. Us demonstrators that can pre-order stuff will do that. So I'm going to be using this die here, or this die here. I am going to emboss it. I don't know if you can see that, but I'll show you once we get going. So that's what I do. I have a few of those. I actually have quite a few of those. I think I have like 8 of those. And I just want to remind you of the card that we made yesterday. So I'll just put that to the side. So today we are going to use all of the new in colors. And if we had the cloud cover, I would definitely be using that too, but unfortunately we don't have it yet. There's issues with the manufacturing in regards to the color. So I'm in lieu of that. I am going to go with Balmy Blue on that one, but you'll see why. So I'm just going to open the Strawberry Slush. Now this is a returning color, so you may already have it, you may not. Silly goose me, I sell everything off once it goes retired, so purchase it again, but it is what it is. So what I do is I take the tags off, so you see what I did there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, this is for me, so when I put them on my shelves I can actually see the colors, and I'm going to put this right here like that, and then I'm going to open this up, and this spot right here I'm going to put the solid color one. The reason being is that if you have a bunch of people over, like I do classes, I have a bunch of people over and we're stamping away and somebody takes the stamp set that was done in the Secret Sky and puts it in, we'll say the Darling Duckling, then there's a mess, right? So that way people can see the actual color of what it is. So we are using all the colors today. Yay. So for this one I have a card base. I didn't think I was going to have a favorite color, but I think I do. Sorry, I just dropped. So I have a scrap piece of paper for my sentiment. I have a piece of basic white that's going to go inside the card. And this is Secret Sky, so that's going to be the base of the card. I'll put that to the side. I have a piece that's going to go on the front, like that, and then I have a scrap piece, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with that momentarily. And then I have a piece cut out to actually cut out the sailboat and then emboss it. But first things first, I'm just going to put all this stuff away, and I have a 2.5-inch punch. This is retired, but I try and keep all my circular punches, because you just never know, right? So now I'm going to, did this wrong. Going to just sure. Yeah. So this is my scrap piece. This is going to be a template, so I'm just going to push it in. Try and make it as even as you can. I'm just going to pop it out. And now I'm going to adhere this on to my card base using some washi tape. And I'll just show you in a second what I'm going to do with that. And it's just to keep this piece in place. And that's basically a template. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring in my Darling Duckling and my blending brush. I'm going to ink it up. And I'm just going to use my scrap, and then I'm going to start at the top with the Darling Duckling, and I'm going to try and do it a third of the way down. So us in Canada had a big election last night. And it was, holy cow, it was a good one. The party was not a majority party. It was a minority. Two of the leaders lost their seats, which is really sad, but it is what it is. People happens in a democracy. So now I'm using Timid Tiger. And when I'm blending this in, I'm going to blend it into the color above. Okay, just so it flows. And we'll put this one to the side. And now I'm going to bring in Strawberry Slush. You notice I just used one brush, so I went from light to dark. And then this one would be the bottom. So it almost looks like a sunset, right? And just, there we go. There we have it. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pull the washi tape off. And there we have a sunset. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in this stamp set right here. I'm going to snap it right about there, I'm thinking. And just ink this up. And we will stamp right about there. Okay. So this is where I wish we would have had the cloud cover, but I'm going to use the Balmy Blue. I'm going to grab the brush. I'm just going to test this to see if this is what I want to use or not. The ocean. No. There's pool party. I might bring in pool party. I think that's be more what I'm looking for. More green or more blue? I think I'm going to go with the pool party. Just ink this up, take off any extra, and then just put them in here. And what I'm doing is just coloring with my brush where the waves or I'm going one's called the reflection. And then, there we go. I'm going to bring in the seagulls. But I'm going to do that. No, I'm not. I'm going to do it now. I was going to do it after, but I think I'll do it now. So ink up the seagulls. And I'm going to put one here. And 1, 2 there. Okay, so now we have the card base. I'm just going to just move all these guys out of the way. Aren't you loving the new in colors? Whoa. Completely different than what the retiring ones were, right? Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my scrap piece of cardstock. And I'm going to log that right there, like that. And you know what? I'm going to trim this down because I could probably get away with, see how wide that is. So this is, if I can go 2 3/4, I won't waste as much paper. So let's, there we go. So that's locked into place. And then that's going to go like that, and now we're going to run it through the cut and emboss machine, and it should cut and emboss it at the same time. So let's keep our fingers crossed that I did it right, and we'll just run this on through. Oops. And look at that. You see that? Isn't that gorgeous? And you can even see the portholes on the, it was embossed. How cool is that? Okay, so now this one now here is going to go onto here like that. But before we do that, I'm thinking we might wrap. Nope. And we don't have access to our ribbon. So I think I'm just going to use some black from, this is probably retired too, Baker's Twine. I'm just going to just take this and wrap it a couple times. 1, 2, and then we shall tie this. Into a bow. I'm just going to just move it across, just like that. Okay, now we're going to bring in our dimensionals. They're there. Keep them in a container like this, then I can find them. We're going to just now you want to be careful when you're putting your dimensionals on here. I'm going to take this one off because this is embossed, and you want everything to make sure everything lies flat. Just gonna grab. I'm going to put a couple down at the bottom here. And I'm going to put one near the top also. There we go. this piece will go, I'm going to bring it down about there like that. Taking the backings off of my dimensionals. So this is a fairly easy card too. Just a bit of stamping, bit of coloring. Now this stamp set, or this bundle, will be perfect for doing masculine cards. And like I says, I come from, like, my great grandfather was a shipbuilder in New York, apparently. This is, my uncle found this out. When he was alive, he did some research. Yeah, so it's probably why it seems to be in my blood. I'm going to use, let me just finish off the inside of this card also, after we did on this one. This one here, what did we use? Yeah, we did a little bit of water on the background, and then some, we'll do basically the same thing on this one too. Yeah, I just find it ironic that it's in our blood. And I did not know that until my uncle did I guess a family history on us, on our family. So we're going to bring in the soft seafoam again, and we're going to just ink up the waves on this one. And then I'm going to bring in seagulls again. I guess I'm putting one right there. Bring them a little further down so you can make your sentiment in there. Put that to the side. And oops, I went put this away and I shouldn't have. So I'm thinking I'm going to, what did I do this one? Best wishes. Let's do happy, no, I don't think my happy retirement is going to work on that one. Let's do no, that's best wishes. Congratulations. Yeah, let's use the congratulations, which I think is this one right here. Yep. And we will stamp this. Yeah, that's right. I love about these photopolymer stamps that they are so sticky. Link this up. Put the congratulations in the middle. Like that. There we go. And I am going to angle these guys. That's going to go on. Ooh, yeah. And, of course, we have to have some dimensionals, right? There we go. Okay, so now let's assemble the cards. We're going to put this one inside of that using our multi-purpose liquid glue. Oh man, I think I need to refill this puppy. Yep. There we go. And this will be adhered to the inside of this. Like that. Grab your bone folder. that. I'm getting a little nervous. I'm doing the, I guess, the card swap on the incentive trip, and I really have no idea what I'm going to do. Getting a little nervous because some of these demonstrators are pretty high up there. There's going to be like 300, and there's actually on the Facebook page, there's 303 people that are registered, and that are registered for the Facebook page. I don't know how many are people that didn't sign up for the group, but it's going to be so much fun. We are traveling, and we were going to drive to Calgary and then fly out of Calgary, but with Rick, he didn't think he'd be able to do the drive and then do the plane, the aircraft. So then I'll just get up every hour and walk. That's what was recommended. So, and there we have card number 2. So now when I go to do my display at my crop, I will have this piece out. This piece will be on a stand, and then I'll have the cards maybe around just to show. I like to give samples. Like, you should at least give at least 3 samples, so people of different types of samples for everybody to look at. So that's what I'm working on this week, is getting all those done for my upcoming crop. So I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Greatly appreciated. If you have any questions, please let me know. If not, I shall see you tomorrow morning. No, I'm off tomorrow. Yay. Gotta go get some groceries and stuff. So I want to thank you so much for joining me. Greatly appreciated. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And we shall see you on Thursday. See ya. Bye.